Praise the Lord, folks. I was just sitting there and I was just merely praying in my spirit. I was just asking the Lord, what is it that you want me to speak? I wanted to open up with the Bible verse in Matthew 6. I know most of us will know that. Matthew 6, verse 33. It says that, but seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added. Just a brief explanation about myself. I come from the other side of the world, 30,000 miles away. That's in the South Pacific. I was born in Fiji. I was raised up until the 20th. I'm 30 now. I'll be 31 this year. At the 20th, I was studying, and I decided because Fiji was part of the British, part of the Commonwealth. So the British, they were recruiting over in Fiji, the British Army. I wanted to see the world. So I signed up and I did the training. And then I came over here. I've been living here for about 10 years now. I served in the Army, the British Army, for 8 years as a regular. I'm still serving, but now just reserve. This is coming the second year, and I'm also a professional boxer. But in saying all of this about my life, I can only go back and think upon when I was brought up. I was brought up in church, Assemblies of God. Last year when we were doing this, I was sharing my testimony down in London, and a gypsy community, very good, tough people, but I was actually in a boxing ring. And I say I only have to go back when I was in my teenage, when I was 12 years old, 13 years old. A missionary came over to Fiji, and he was actually started preaching. And he was encouraging the church, and he was saying that they were looking for people to take the good news, the gospel. Me, as young as I was, I felt and I knew that this was God. Because during the altar call time, and the pastor said, who wants to come and take the good news? I was one of them small ones. I came up. And from that time onwards, it's funny, when I went up, not knowing that my mother was sitting at the back, he was looking at me. He understood, if you want to become a missionary, it's a lot of work, you know. So he goes on about, you can even buy your own, clothes and all that. But in fact, I knew what God was speaking in my heart. Hence, fast forward now, 10 years, I've been living here, and God is actually using my life. And that is when I joined up the army. I've been to Afghanistan. I've seen things God done in my life. I've seen things that is not pleasant. I also have learned a few things when I was in the army. Up till now, now I'm doing boxing, professional boxer. I never dreamt it. I only seen it, visioned it, and I wanted to become like that, but I never seen myself. Even from Fiji to be here tonight, this was never in my head. I never dreamt it. But I knew when God called, just like when He said to Jeremiah, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. I knew when He was calling me that, son, you're going to go one day. So me standing here tonight is not coincidence. And I'm just a vessel, nothing special. The only special thing about me is that Christ, when I came to know Him, He totally changed my life. Just recently, I would say that I've become more deeper now and more spiritually. Not only spiritually, but matured just for the last 3 years. I know I grew up in church, but I was following all the time. only because my parents, growing up in that culture, I knew that, I had to take part. I have no two way about it because my parents, they were both strong Christians. But for the recent years just past, God has been speaking strongly in me. And He's been, saying, using me in all aspects and all areas of life. And we have to go back, and it says, in Genesis 1:26, let us make man in our own likeness and image. I'm standing here, you sitting there. Everyone, all of us that are here tonight, you are not here by coincidence. And I think I don't want to spill anything or say so much about myself. I just want to say about Christ. Being here, it's only about Christ. It's never about you and I. It's always about Christ. Pastor Bill just said transformation. When he mentioned transformation, the very thing that came in my mind is that once I was a sinner, but Christ came and He transformed my life. He transformed my life. And I know that if He can do it to me, and I believe most of us are here, He can also continually, says from glory to glory. He never ceases to amaze me all the time. I just like to thank Pastor Bill for giving me this opportunity. And just to leave us, there's so much I want to say, but I'm just saying, Lord, no, just give me what I need to speak. I just want to encourage, especially for the younger, I'm more into the younger generation, more to the younger people. Not only that, but also for old folks, is that, you might see yourself young, but when God calls you, you have to listen, and you have to follow Him. When He called King Josiah was only young when he took over, when he became a king. So I also knew, now sometimes I wish I'd gone back, that I can know all of this, so that I can live the way I am now. But I'm also grateful because in the journey, you should be able to enjoy it, because you have the destination, but the journey also is very important because you learn on the way. I give back God the glory, the honor to be His and His alone. Thank you.